Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Silva, and this week I'll be presenting my Project 3, Sneaky McSneakface, for my GPE104 class at the University of Advancing Technology. Moving to the rubric, I'll be covering the first several objectives in one shot, so it's use of canvas screen space, world space, canvas scaling, canvas text, and canvas image, and canvas button. When we go to my game, and here we go at the start menu, you can see that I have a canvas set up. If you look at my scene view over here, go to the canvas, you see the text and the buttons set up. Go ahead and hit play. You see I got my little sprite guy. It's part of my canvas. I have buttons, hover effects, got my text. You see that my scaling works. Click on the canvas, you see here I have screen space overlay set to match scale with screen size. Go ahead and start the game. You see that my character has a health bar. I'm gonna open this up, and you see here that my health canvas is at the world space. So that will move with my character. I also have a life counter set up here. You see these images. To show my life. And that is set up in the main canvas. And those will be reduced when I lose life. You see. Back to the objectives. We saw screen space, canvas, world space, canvas, scaling, text, image, and buttons. Next objective is my menu, game over, game state, game logic is a finite state machine. If we go to my scripts, here's my scene selector. And you see on start, I set a time delay to load between scenes. Have my start menu, which starts a coroutine to wait for main. Wait for main, loads my start scene after the specified time, which is scene 0. Then I have my load game, which starts coroutine, wait for menu, and the menu selected. I have my delay, which loads the main scene, and then game over, which loads my game over, and I have quit option for when player chooses to quit. The AI uses finite state machine. Back to my script, I have a script called FSM. This is for my enemy. It inherits from my controller, which controls movement, directions, and animations. You can see in my update that I only call states, and I also cast a raycast from my enemies on every update. And then when you look at states, I have is patrolling, is chasing, and is idle. AI sensory hearing noisemaker and distance. We can go back to my game. this shadow here that's circling the enemy is my noise detector. When I move into that field, the enemy will detect me and look towards me, and if he sights me, he will come after me. So let's pause that, do a maximize, and he saw me right away, so he came after me. Get out of that field and he'll go back to his patrol. If we look at the console, I have a debug that says I see you. It means he's caught me in his line of sight, or his field of vision actually, and he starts his chasing state. Also in the script, we can go down to scan for player when he's in idle state. And here's his field of view vision site here, vector 3 angle. And we have vector 3 distance. If the distance of my player is less than the detection distance, then the enemy will start chasing me. So the noisemaker and distance, sensory, field of view, and raycast. You saw my raycast running an update already. And as I just shown, the angle which causes them to chase. Right here. And then it sets player sighted to true, and I see you is displayed in the console. Controller pawn logic with inheritance. Kind of went over that a little bit. As I showed before, this inherits from controller. And my controller script is here. This is all movements, just basic movements, left and right, which way the character faces. My player mover also inherits from the controller, and my player respawn inherits from my health bar script. And my health bar just sets health values and displays the health bar canvas icon. Bug and error free. Run through it a little bit. The console, you can see start. My enemies will chase when I'm in their field. Lose health, lose life. If I'm killed. There's a little bit of logic error with my life counter, so I'll have to add 1 to that, I think. But you go to quit screen and then you can restart the level. You can see my singleton game manager detected and destroyed with the other game manager. Project organization. We have canvas items, level design items, my hero in my main scene. I have enemies, patrol paths. See my patrol path set. For each of my different enemies. Have my assets organized out. Art, my hero 4D package, my scripts, prefabs, and scenes. You've seen the code logic and structure I've been using with finite state machines and a Boolean to check statuses. And I have added for additional well, this just froze up on me. But for additional features, I added music, sound, the life counter, icons, little player movement in the menu items, patrol paths for my enemies, randomized patrolling. So hopefully that met all the requirements for exceeding minimum requirements. Just check project sheet. All the canvas items were covered. Finite state machines were covered. Hearing and noise, distance, vision, angle, raycast, controller parent class, AI player controller, pawn, bug error free comments. So I believe that I met all the requirements here. As a final note, I'd like to mention the asset packs that I used. I have my simple health bar, which I just used for the icon itself, and then put in my own text, or my own script. I have my 8-bit retro Rampage for sound effects. The health bar was by Tank and Healer Studio. 8-bit retro Rampage, which has been great for doing all my sound effects, by Cockcroft. I have Endless Cave Ambience by John Leonard French, right here. That's my background music. 2D Dungeon Tile Pack by the Moon Tribe. It's my level design. And my Fantasy Heroes 4-directional character editor beta by Hippo, and that was all my players and enemies. And that will conclude my week 3 project 3 Sneaky McSneakface.